Hello, everyone. Um, I still have to figure out what Amanita, feminine, and the masculine counterpart of cannabis has been trying to get me to understand about this dynamic between masculine and feminine relationships. So I'm just gonna start talking because I really have no idea where. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We'll just see what happens, okay? Alright. All relationships that we enter into, whether it's with someone of the opposite sex, someone of the same sex, but it's also an intimate relationship, siblings, friends, best friends, pets, and even then relationships with food or substances, items in the environment, the things that we surround ourselves with. I mean, I'm talking about anything where you are exchanging your energy in some way with something else. So this does border on the belief in animism, that everything has a life and a spirit. But I'm actually just taking it to a much more molecular level, in that energy exchanges happen regardless of consciousness. And according to entropy, energy can't be lost or gained, but only moves or changes form, but never actually anything is lost. So that being said, there is one type of relationship that can illuminate a lot of problem areas in our life in general, and that is the marriage between it is the relationship of marriage, or the intimate partners, whether they're the same sex or the opposite sex. Because of the level of vulnerability involved, the level of self-disclosure, even honestly the level of angst and anxiety that are quickly born, because these relationships have the ability to trigger us in very massive ways. And this has been going on throughout history. And like I said, all other relationships that we as an individual have with anything that surrounds us can all be understood if we look at the relationship with our significant other. Through marriage or committed relationship of an intimate nature. We're usually, never mind. I don't need to go any further into that. So, understanding, it goes back to the Hermetic principle: as above, so below, as within, so without. You can understand the macrocosm, the big things that we just don't seem to be able to grasp. It seems like it's too big, like say understanding God or something like that. You could start to understand the macrocosm if you can find some similarity in the microcosm. So if you can understand something in your everyday reality, chances are you can understand things on a much larger perspective. If you just understand that everything is multiplied and there's different levels that may not necessarily be present or whatever. For example, when God told me 9 years ago, I had reached a point of just being agnostic. I couldn't be atheist. And I appreciated the wisdom I found in all these other spiritual beliefs. But ultimately, I still longed for a God of the Christian faith. And 9 years ago, God came back to me. And I was watching my daughter play. And I hear this voice distinctly that said, "This is how I see you." And immediately I knew that this was the God I had thrown away 9 years before when I decided to renounce Christianity. At the age of 16. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't even 9 years. That was longer ago than that. My brain's not doing the math right now. I think it was 28, so like 12 or 13 years before I renounced Christianity, and I realized I couldn't do that. So when God said this to me, "This is how I see you," I was like, really? Really? God, is that you? Oh, I'm so happy to see you. So wait, are you telling me that you see me as a parent sees a child? So how I'm looking at my daughter right now, and this joy that I feel, and this, just illumination I feel at her being, and happiness I feel at her progress or whatever. Are you saying this is how you feel about me? So in essence, I can't really understand you, but if I could understand parenting, I can sort of understand you. So at this point, this was where the idea of understanding the macrocosm through the microcosm was really born in me. And various things later served to substantiate that and validate that in ways that made it more tangible. So the idea that whatever we have is relationship with anything in our life, we could actually start to understand it if we allow this intimate relationship with someone else to be the perfect mirror of us. If we decide to look at everything they're showing us, instead of saying to this person, "You're projecting, you're wrong, I don't do anything, I'm perfect." If we can ask ourselves, really? Is that true? Is that how I really come across? Or am I actually really doing that? If we can start to enter into that level of honesty with ourselves based on whatever this other person shows us, then, well, first of all, we work on that and we heal a lot of patterns around that, a lot of karmic issues, or a lot of just conditioning issues that have, imprintings and whatever that we've grown up with. But then you reach a point where you can also start to understand your relationships with other things too. And honestly, you start to see that there's a huge pattern of these things where, in essence, it's true that how you do anything is how you do everything. So the same axiom is true of as above, so below, as within, so without. That if you are just really at your wit's end with your sexual relationships, you can start to look at your relationships with other things to maybe gain some clues about what's going on. But it becomes harder because guess what? You don't have somebody actually telling you anything. And this part now is based entirely on your observation and then your level of choosing to be honest with yourself or not. So, I get really close to whatever it is I feel these two are trying to tell me. But I'm like so far away at the same time. I don't know if this is because my vibration is in a lowered state right now, where I'm really having to experience life through the lower chakra system, rather than trying to understand things from a spiritual perspective. I'm having to understand things from my vibrational resonance with matter. So this has to do, and this is why the stomach portal, I think, is so important. Because this is your seat of your emotions. This, to me, is my portal to the collective unconscious. the place where is the repository of every bit of human experience that we have conditioned and patterned into each other, and then we keep repeating over and over, and no one is really looking consciously at this. It's called the unconscious. So we just keep acting out the same patterns over and over. Now that I'm actually looking at it from this perspective, I think I'm starting to understand what these two are telling me. And I think it has to do with the collective unconscious. So I'm going to start a new video. Bye for now.